Good morning, so welcome back to another vlog. Today is Sunday and Alfie, my son, was meant to have a football match this morning, but it was cancelled because we woke up to quite a thick frost. So hence the beautiful sunshine that's coming through today. So we've had a nice relaxing morning. We ended up having bacon sandwiches instead, and it means that I can get cracked on with painting the living room. As you can see, I made a start over there. So this vlog this week is going to mainly be concentrating on the living room because we've only got this week before they then come and start taking the floor up and putting the new floor down. So I really need to get the base coat on all the walls, and I need to choose colours and also get the skirting boards done, because the skirting boards are the main job, because I don't want to be doing the skirting boards once the new flooring's down, purely because I don't want to have to mask up and things like that. So yeah, I'm on a bit of a time limit, hence why I'm actually painting on a Sunday, but I don't mind it actually. It's quite exciting to see it all changing. So I thought I would show you what paint I'm using and what techniques I use, and don't forget we rent our house, so I do try and keep costs down where possible. So if there's any tips and tricks along the way, then I'll chat you through those as well. So in last week's vlog I talked about sanding and a few plans that I was doing in here. So if you haven't watched that, I'll put the link below. It'd be good to watch that one first before you switch on to this one. This is the paint that I'm using. I'm basically doing a whitewash on all the walls. So I picked this up yesterday in Asda, and it's a 5-litre tub and it was £5. It was on rollback. So that's a really good price. And I use a paint pad. I find painting much easier with a paint pad. Can't get away with the roller. It ends up covering me, it just flicks everywhere. So I use a paint pad and I use a brush for the little intricate areas.
Out of use. Now every day, every night, every moment with you, I'm walking on air, and every day, every way, I feel like.
So all I do is get a little bit on my paint pad like that, and you just kind of spread it along the wall in different motions. So you go backwards and forwards like that, from left to right, and then up and down, and you just spread the paint as thinly as you can. And you keep going until there's kind of no paint left on the pad at all. And it does look really patchy at first, but it dries absolutely fine, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so my arm is aching slightly, but that is the first coat done on all the walls. So I'll show you how it's looking now. So like I said, it goes on patchy at first, but actually it does dry better coverage than it actually looks at first. So you can see here where the lighter parts of the walls have been covered, and I need to go over the dado rail up there. I need to go over that with the wood primer that I've got, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And then up here, this is where I've gone over the grey. So as you can see, it's going to need at least one more coat of the white. If I was just keeping it white, I would probably do 3 or 4 coats, but this is only the primer, the base coat that I'm putting on, so I don't need to worry about it as much. But I am going to do another coat over this grey to give it a better coverage. The wood primer that I'm using is this one. I also picked this up in Asda when I got the other paint. I think this was about £8. So this little tin was more than the massive tub of emulsion, which is crazy, isn't it? But this is a quick dry primer undercoat, so I'm going to use that now. So I'm using this 1.5 inch paintbrush, which again I picked up in Asda. I think it was £1.50. And all I'm doing is getting a little bit on my brush, just wipe a little bit off, and then just apply it to the wood, and just be careful around the edges. But there's really no right or wrong. You can kind of do it as you want. Because it's all white, it's great because you've not really got to worry about getting it on the walls. It's only when you start using a different colour on the woodwork and the walls that you've then got to kind of either mask up or have a very, very steady hand. So as you can see, this is just an undercoat and it goes on really easily. Good morning. So I've just been to the gym, first one back since Christmas, so that was a bit of a killer, and I've just made a smoothie. I've made this using coconut milk, frozen blueberries, protein powder and spinach. So I'm going to have that, jump in the shower and then get on with some work. On the way back from the gym, I popped in to pick up some new paint charts because all the ones that I've got seem to be out of date, and I also got a couple of samples. So the colours that I'm thinking for the living room are neutrals. So I do love what we've got on in the kitchen, which is like, I just love the tone of it. It's got a really flat tone and I love it. So I'm thinking maybe something like that, which is Cool Arbor, that one there. Or they also do a couple of lighter ones as well. So this one looks really nice. So I do like those. I'm going to try those. I've got some left from the kitchen. I need to get a sample of this one. But also I picked up a sample of Slaked Lime and Slaked Lime Deep, which are just a little bit warmer than the greens, as you can see on there. But yeah, I'm actually really undecided right now. So I've been covering everything up in here and I'm now starting on the opposite side of the living room. Let me show you. So here is how it's looking, a bit like a crime scene. But I've covered the sofas and everything, and I'm now going to start taking the beading off all the way around here and start sanding the skirting board. Good morning. Excuse the mess in here. It is now Wednesday, and I didn't actually do any filming yesterday because I had my tax return to do. So that took me most of the morning. I'm so glad that I finally got it finished. And then once I had done my tax return, I started painting in the other half of the living room, which I'll show you in a minute, and I'll also show you some samples I've put on the wall. But I'm in Edinburgh tomorrow, I'm meeting a friend, so I thought I would wash my hair today, and then I've not got to do it in the morning because I'm on an early train. And also I'm going to get some pictures taken for my style feed today, so I thought I would put some makeup on, do my hair and start the day off just getting some photos, and then once I've done that I'm then going to crack on with some more painting. So I've just finished doing my styling shots and made a cup of tea. Feeling a little bit stressed actually because the whole house is just in such a mess at the minute. So, but that's what happens when you're decorating, isn't it? So it's just something that I've got to put up with, but there's just stuff in every room and there's just mess everywhere. But what I'm going to do is show you some of the samples that I've started putting on the wall. I've not fully decided what I'm going to go for yet, but I'll show you some of the colours that I've tested so far. So it's a nice bright day today. As you can see, yesterday this is what I cracked on with. So I got the first coat of white either side of the chimney breast, and then today I'm going to do these areas here. But I'm going to leave the chimney breast black, I think, because it ties in nicely with the fireplace. That's the plan for now. I might change my mind. But these are the colours that I've tried out. So they're all little green, and the top one is slaked lime. The next one down is ceviche, and the bottom one is slaked lime mid. I think that's right, yeah. So at the minute, I'm really liking the top one, the slaked lime, but I do like the others as well. So I'm really torn actually. I think it's going to be between one of the top two for in here. I might even go darker in this side of the room because it's lovely and light. Whereas over here, I mean, the sun's shining today, so it is a lovely bright day, but usually this is really dark area over here. So you can see the colours again that I've tried out here. And this one, the darker one there, that's what I've got in the kitchen. So that's Cool Arbor. And it looks so much darker on this side of the living room than it does in the kitchen because I've got loads of natural light flooding into the kitchen. So yeah, that's my dilemma at the minute, but I've got a bit of time to think about it. And the paint shop's only down the road. So once I've decided, I can hot foot down there and buy the paint. So yeah, I'm very indecisive. I've also put the samples over here, because they do look different on every wall, so I always advise to do that. And then I've put some here as well on the chimney breast. Hold on, just see if I can get around to the light. It's hard to see the colours because of the shadows. Sweets left over from Christmas, getting me through the day. But yeah, so I've tried them in several areas, and like I say, it's a really bright day today, so it's not often like this in here. Good morning, so I'm now at Morpeth train station and I'm just about to jump on the train to Edinburgh. I'm meeting a lovely friend up there for brunch. We're going to Dish Room, which I've not been to before, but I've heard amazing reports about it, so I'm really looking forward to trying that out. And yeah, I love Edinburgh. I'm hoping to get a bit of shopping done as well. I was up there last week and I saw a really nice trench coat in Zara that was in the sale. and I wished I'd have bought it, so I'm going to go and see if it's still there today. I'll keep you updated. Hello, so it's now Friday. I'm back home. I failed miserably at vlogging yesterday while I was in Edinburgh with Claire. We had far too much fun. The food was absolutely amazing in Dish Room. I'm just gonna sit down. Yeah, the food was really, really good. I'm now obsessed with mint tea because we finished off with a mint tea and it was so refreshing. So we had a lovely day. We sat in Dish Room for a good few hours catching up, and then we had a little wander around the shops, went back to Zara, and guess what? My trench coat was there. We looked downstairs where all the coats were and it wasn't there. So we had a look round the rest of the sale thinking it might have been put somewhere, and we couldn't find it. And then Claire suggested going upstairs. So we went upstairs and there were a few more sale items, and there it was, shouting my name, the last one in my size. Well, it was just the last coat anyway, the last trench coat in that style, but it happened to be my size, which was just amazing. So I bought that, and then I got the train home, and today I got up and went to the gym, and then I've just been doing a few photographs, just taking a picture in the bathroom, so I cleaned the bathroom at the same time. And then I've just been doing a few style images as well for my other feed, my Instagram feed, my fashion Instagram feed. So now I am just about to start putting the first coat on the skirting boards in the living room, because they are coming on Monday, as I said earlier, to fit the floor. So I wanted the skirting boards to be done so that when the floor's fitted, I don't have to mask up and everything. So I'm going to do that now. I'm sure you're all bursting at the seams to know what colour I've gone for. You've probably not given it a second thought, but you know, I'm excited if no one else is. So I have thought about this long and hard. What I've decided to do is keep it light in this half of the living room, which is the darker side, because it's north facing, and I'm going to go for a slightly darker shade in the front half because that gets a lot of sunlight and it's much brighter. So the colours that I've chosen are this one for in this half, which is a nice light colour. It's called Slaked Lime by the Little Green Company, and I'm going for this in the front half, which is the slightly darker shade. It's called Slaked Lime Mid. And I've chosen the Intelligent Emulsion because you can use that on walls and on skirting boards. So although it might seem like a more expensive option going for Little Green, actually it works out cheaper in the long run because you've not got to buy 4 different tins of pink. So what I'd have to do is buy emulsion for in here and eggshell for in here, and then I'd have to do the same for in there. So by doing it this way and going for the Little Green Intelligent Emulsion, I can just get a 2.5 litre for in here and a 2.5 litre in there. And actually my local paint shop have got a 15% discount until the end of February on it as well. So it didn't work out too bad. And obviously I'm doing all the labour work myself, so that saves a lot of money too. So I'm going to get started now on the first coat on the skirting boards. So I'm actually going to end that vlog there. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And Amtico are here Monday onwards. I think it's going to take them approximately 4 to 5 days to get all the floor fitted. So I'll try and vlog as much as possible to keep you updated on the progress. And then the following week, I'll be doing the rest of the paintwork and I can start on all the fun bits, which is all the interior pieces. So I hope you join me next time and I will see you later. Bye.